Ngā mihi o te ata, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome along to this second Sunday in Lent. Our call to worship. Jesus once said, "If you're tired from carrying heavy burdens, come to me and I will give you rest. Take the yoke I give you, put it on your shoulders and learn from me. I am gentle and humble, and you will find your rest. This yoke is easy to bear, and this burden is light." Christ calls us to come to worship, to rest from the things that are troubling us, to learn what Christ can teach of life, to realise what we can offer to others, and so to return into the world to serve. Let us worship God. Amen. I invite you please to stand, and we're going to begin by singing "Gather Us In." Here I am to worship. much. Please be seated. Eleanor is going to come now and speak, and I think we've got a slide up of some op shop volunteers that we require.
Good morning, everybody. So I am just speaking on behalf of the Op Shop Committee. As you will remember, we have a new manager, Courtney, and she has got expansion plans for the Op Shop to expand the mission and expand the hours that the Op Shop is open and maybe different days. So there's lots of exciting stuff in the future. But all of these wonderful plans require volunteers. And so I'm here to make a shameless request for volunteers. I do realize the op shop's been open for like 35 years and lots of people in the congregation have volunteered and your service has been wonderful and we're not asking you to volunteer again. But you have a whole community of people that you could maybe tap and ask if they might like to volunteer. So think about your neighbors, your children, your grandchildren, other folks that you know who might be looking for a volunteer opportunity. The Op Shop is a really lovely volunteer opportunity for lots of reasons. It's a very nice community. The money that is raised goes to supporting Somervell's missions, and last year there were 5 charities who received money from the Op Shop and 4 charities who received goods from the Op Shop. So there's a lot of great outreach that happens there. You're also becoming part of a community and potentially meeting some new people, strengthening some relationships, doing all that lovely stuff. Which is good for all of us, and it's a sustainable shop. So you're helping support the planet, obviously. The less we consume that is brand new, the better for all of us, for our futures going forward, and the Op Shop is all about sustainability, and Courtney's really big on that and fantastic when it comes to that. So it's worth saying this is not a huge opportunity. So if you are selling this to your friends and neighbors or thinking about maybe doing some volunteering yourself, they're 3-hour shifts. You can do that weekly, you can do that fortnightly, you can do that once a month, and all of that would be very welcome. If you're not somebody who wants to be doing customer service, there's a lot more that you can do at the Op Shop. You can help sort donations when they arrive. You can organize things out the back. You can get things ready for sale. Look, you can even be someone who's called on occasionally to take things to the tip. So there's a lot of different kinds of things you can do. And if this is interesting to you, we've got this slide here. We can, it's in the notice, so you can share that with people. And email Courtney at opshop@somervell.org.nz. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The next one is next Sunday. We have the annual, and it's a very special kindy service because it's Michelle Morrissey Brown's farewell from us here at Somervell. So can I just encourage everyone to be here next Sunday? Well, hopefully we're going to have lots of children and visitors, hopefully quite a number. But wouldn't it be great if we were packed out? It'll be slightly shorter service than normal, perhaps. And it will be grandchild and children friendly, so the whole thing. So can I commend that to you? Craig's going to come now and speak of the Awaken Conference.
Oh, good morning. This is the notice for our entire parish. On the 4th through to 6th of April this year, the entire Diverse Church of New Zealand is holding their annual conference here at Somervell. So this is a conference that this Rainbow community has held for many years now in a church of their choosing. We were picked because of our Diverse Church sign-up, and also that we have a member on the committee as well. So they will be coming to here on Friday night and staying through the entire weekend with the conference and joining us on Sunday morning for worship as well. Why Diverse Church? So if you think about that, the purpose of the conference is to allow Rainbow community to worship together in a safe community. Recently, media coverage in New Zealand has alerted us to the fact that Christians have been protesting against Pride events and in the name of Christianity, And so we're highlighting the need for a more welcoming kind of environment for churches as well, somewhere that the LGBTQI plus community can come to and enjoy time together. Heather's just going to briefly talk to some of the ways that you can help.
So one of the things about signing up to host this conference is they also asked us to help with catering. And so Debbie and I have got the unenviable job of hosting and providing food for the conference over the course of the weekend. So we think that probably about 150 people are going to be here, and obviously we've been given a budget and we're organising it, but we do require a little bit of assistance with some baking, particularly for the morning and afternoon teas. So what we're asking for is if anyone is willing to do a little bit of baking or provide some baking to help us out for the conference, that would be hugely appreciated. And so we're kind of looking at having that dropped off to the church from the weekend before, so people can bring it on the Sunday the 30th, Sunday 30th of March, or can pop it in to the church office on the week prior to the conference, because we really would like all that in by the Friday afternoon. The other thing too is they will be joining us for our Sunday service, and we will be catering a shared lunch afterwards, but it would be really helpful if members of the congregation could also bring something to help share for lunch as well. So there will be enough food, but it's always nice to have some extra food that people have baked or whatever to join it, and we'll be joining with them for lunch after the service. Any queries or anything, contact Debbie or myself. Thanks.
Thanks, Heather. This next one is an interesting one. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a very famous German theologian. I've read quite a bit of his stuff. He opposed the Nazi regime in the Second World War, and a very interesting person in terms of Christian ethics. Anyway, there's a movie on his life that's coming out in theatres. I think it's opens tomorrow. And I was kind of contemplating the idea of perhaps booking a small theatre in the Monterey in Howick, and seeing if we could, just anyone who's interested could come along. Whether that'll be a daytime thing or an evening thing, that'll just depend on who's interested, or we could do it more than once. But I reckon it'll be a good thing to do. We could have a glass of wine or a cup of tea or coffee and a bit of discussion afterwards, and I'd quite like to facilitate that. And the other one I really want to bring your attention to, obviously it's a little way away, but that's Easter, and we will have some Easter programs here, but that one there, it might be on a timer or something, that one there is going to be, yeah it is, don't worry about it Craig, or you might be able to unclick it. Is going to be on the Tuesday evening of Easter, and it's quite different. You won't have ever, I can just about guarantee you won't have ever been to anything quite like it, but it's going to be in here in the darkish. You can see it says bring a pillow or a cushion. There'll be bean bags for some people or pews for others, and you don't hear from me except for one little bit. I just push a button and 45 minutes later it stops. I think it's pretty cool. But anyway, I'm going to commend that to you. And there'll be other things on as well that week, obviously. Celebrations. And we've got a huge one which we're going to start with today. So I'm going to ask if Pam could stand and come forward even, I think. Pam, a little while ago now, tendered her resignation from session, and on the basis that, how many years? 35. Yeah, 35 years, which is a fantastic innings in anyone's language, but I guess also recognising that sometimes we have to let things go, and sometimes we have to pass the banner over to other people. And we just want to, on behalf of the congregation, I just want to say thank you so much for those 35 years of wonderful service. And I'm sure the Lord Jesus would say that to you, well done, you good and faithful servant. So it was not only session, you were involved in what else?
The up shop.
You were a Sunday school superintendent, I believe.
Yes, I was. Forgot about that. Yes.
And long time ago. And I think on what's called, I don't know what the board of managers is, but was it you on the board of? Oh, I'll speak to Sana about that. That's But anyway, in here we have a cross that Martin Wilder has apparently done them before, so I'm intrigued to see what that looks like. And obviously some lovely flowers. So I think we should give Pam a huge round of appreciation for all you have done.
Thank you very much. I've enjoyed my time on session. I've worked with lots of different people over those 35 years, and I really have enjoyed it, and I appreciate the flowers and the gifts. So thank you.
Cheers. That's another round of applause. Thank you. Is there anything else that we need to be celebrating? Jean.
My birthday last Friday, the 14th, and I shared it with my two daughters who aren't on the same day.
Oh, what birthday is that? Well, that's a bit of a... Well, chances are you would. There you go. That's awesome. I'll come back over this way.
It was my dad's birthday last week.
Oh, he kept that one quiet, didn't he? There you go. Thank you so much. Cheers. Well done, Corbett. Okay.
I made my school's premier basketball team.
Well done, you. So are they Friday night games? Okay. Yeah.
We have just celebrated a 20th wedding anniversary.
Yep, the other day. It was a choice, actually, coming up for a wife mission meeting or wedding anniversary. Did you have that good celebration? Yes. Go. Forget something.
I must be going mad at my old age. I forgot I had been Sunday school superintendent for 1 year, I think. So Sana's right.
You want another chocolate? Okay. Beg your pardon? Yes, I'm going to speak about it first. Yep, cool. Yesterday, you may be aware, marked the 6th anniversary of the Christchurch terror attack. And before we come to the prayers for others, we're just going to acknowledge that very dark day in Aotearoa, New Zealand's history, and the 51 people who were murdered. I hope you're like you too.